Well, I was using this maquette as my measuring for head links and all that stuff. But the thing I found out is the head links are way off on this. Her upper torso, well, for the top of the head to this area here, it should be 4 heads. 4 head measurements. And it's actually 4.5 head measurements. And it was throwing me off yesterday. And so I've got a better proportion drawing now, which you can't really see very well. But I'm going to go by this instead of that. Muscle-wise, this is a wonderful maquette for the bone structure and all that stuff. But if you're going to measure off of that, that's off. I'm going to be redoing the proportion drawing, and I'm not going to film it because I filmed it yesterday. I'll come back when I get this all worked out, and then I'll start the armature. Alright, be right back. Alright, I got the armature done, and this is the head armature here. It will go on, but I'll stick that down in the clay so I can pull that out and work on the face separate. I made the top of the head of the armature quite a bit lower than the top of the head of the figure would be, so I can cut off the top of her head to put the hat on. But anyway, this is the way the figure's worked out. I got me an armature support in the back. You don't have to go to great expense to support your armature. You can do it rather simply. You just got to think it through. All right, I'm going to get started. First thing I'm going to do is start getting the base done. And I see right now I'm going to have to raise this foot up a little bit. This armature goes right to the bottom of the foot. She's going to be lifting up her foot just a little bit, the heel. I don't know, that screw might get in the way. Anyway, gonna work on that, and I'll be back when I get some clay on here, or when I start putting clay on. Alright, I'm gonna, like I said, do the base first, only because I need to have it there so that when I do the feet, they've got something to sit on, because the feet are about maybe a ½ inch up from the bottom of the board, or the top of the board. All right, I'm gonna use my ink roller to just flatten it out a little bit. That works out to just about the right height too. I've done this before. It's nothing new. I decided to do a round base because then you can put the sculpture on a revolving base with a Lazy Susan on it. All right, I'm going to just start adding clay to it. and bring it up to the bottom of the foot. I'm going to take a wire tool and just smooth it all out. Pull this arm away so I can work on the thorax. By the way, if you are interested in the kind of clay I use a J-Mac medium hardness clay, and I get it from Sculpture Depot. It's a good clay. There's the head armature. And what I did is I put a piece of tape down to where the top of the shoulders are, so that I get the neck right, the right length on the neck. I was shooting for an 18-inch tall bronze. It's 17 inches right to where my little finger is, and there's the 18 that I wanted to do, and the head will come close to that, but I want to give a little more room for the hat if I put the hat on her head. So this is working out really good. Now the difference between a male and female rib cage is the female has got a triangle shaped diaphragm area here. The male has a rounded. That's the difference. Yes, there is a difference between male and females. That's not a political statement, that's just a fact of life. I'm trying to get the line or the shape of the rib cage to be delicate like a female's rib cage would be. I'm not going to put any detail into it because it's going to be under clothing, but I still have to have that shape. I'm not giving her a hunchback, that's just the shape of the rib cage. I'm gonna push her shoulders back just a little bit, but I'll get that in a second here. when I get more leverage. Alright, I got her head sketched in. It'll get better. Now, that's as far as I'm going to get today. I'll pick this up on Monday. I'm happy the way this is turning out. I'll have to adjust the position of her body as I go along. But I'm happy the way this rib cage came out. All this stuff is going to be underneath the clothing, and I don't have to put a lot of detail in the anatomy, but I do have to have the anatomy. And by the way, I just noticed one side of her rib cage is longer than the other. There we go. All right, have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Good night. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really would help me. Also, check out the link below this video. It will take you to a review of my 9 instructional videos that could be very helpful to you if you're thinking of sculpting. Good night, everybody.